Welcome back to BAZZ Talks.
Hey, how you doing, Zach?
I'm doing pretty good, bro.
Hey, it's good to see you again, man.
Hell yeah. Okay, so...
Alright, so today, we're deep diving into productivity and what you can do to literally make your life make yourself 100 times more productive than you are in today.
I just want to say real quick before we get into it, I just feel fucking good, bro.
Right?
Like, this, I don't know,
Dude,
bro.
this
Like,
is
this
the
is
way
like
to
this
dress.
channeling the,
It's
like,
the way to dress.
channeling the energy that we, we need in our lives and we continue to need, and I feel like a lot of people need, just not even just the professionalism, but just like being serious about something and actually doing it and going back to productivity that we're going to touch on in a second, just having the right thing to do and, know what you're going to do, have a goal and, get that shit done. You know what I like to say?
No, for real.
You know what I like to say?
What's
GSD. Get shit done.
Get shit done.
I'm pretty sure Gary Vee
Hell
said
yeah,
that.
I love that.
Anyway, yeah.
No, yeah, dude.
Yeah.
When I dress like this, I feel like I want to just get shit done, I feel business, man. When I dress like this, I feel good. I feel productive. Seriously. This is what we're deep diving into today. We're deep diving into productivity. I know we covered that a little bit in the last episode, but we're really getting
all right, let's do it, bro. Let's do it. Let's get into that.
So let's just go. I just got like a bunch of like bullet points on my thing here, but the first one is I don't know if you know this guy, but Robin Sharma actually has a lot of. I was researching him the other day. He has a lot of tips and tricks on how to get more productive and just like little things that you can do, like simple things that you can do to basically stop being your own worst enemy and stop getting in your own way.
100%. Yeah, I feel like that's so crucial and important in like success in building something, right?
Yeah.
I know what I mean? And just like when you are trying to create the ground level of something, you need that.
Yeah. You need yourself, just really, because like who else is going to back you up, right? When you're on the very bottom, you need to be your own like ally.
100%.
Because a lot of people are their own worst enemies, and that's where this all comes in. You know, trying to fix that and trying to get out of your own way.
Right.
Because you get in your own way all the time.
Oh yeah, you like stumble over yourself, right? And it's how you get back up and you figure out how to maneuver and function with
that's
that,
right.
You know what I mean?
That's right.
Let's try not to hit the table too much.
That's
so
right.
we don't.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Right. But this is a really important rule. It's called the 90-91 rule. And I'm going to give credit where credit's due. Robin Sharma is where I learned about this, okay? And it's a really simple, really easy thing that you can do. The first 90 minutes of your workday, spend it on the most important thing that you can possibly do in that workday. The thing that is the first thing you got to do to move you forward.
Yeah, that seems like it makes sense, right?
Right? So you start fresh. You start while you're in the right mindset. It's like the first 90 minutes.
So let's give an example. Let's say someone, say they're an athlete.
Okay, an athlete.
And they're trying to focus on their basketball, for example.
Okay.
And they want to work on their jumps.
Easy. So for the first 90 minutes, you're gonna work on your jumps, right? That's the thing that you're gonna work on. I don't know.
Dribbling and stuff.
Dribbling stuff.
Yeah,
whatever you need to work on. That's why it's good to plan things out in advance the day before. You know what you need to work on.
Well, even like a mental plan too. I feel like too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, mental plan. But it's good if you write it down because that makes it more real, right?
Yeah.
That makes it like more like stick in your head, rather than just like, oh, I know what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
But so why it's called the 90-91 rule, right, is for the first 90 minutes, you're going to work on, for 90 days, you're going to work for the first 90 minutes of your workday on the number one thing that you need to get done. That's why it's called the 90-91 rule. So it's a good one.
Yeah, that's great.
Robin Sharma, he has like a ton of different things. I have several different things down on here that I thought, just me personally, I need to implement into my life.
Yeah.
So, that's a good one right there. But the second one I have here,
let's hear it.
Is create what's called a Menlo Lab, and it's basically a place where you can go free of distractions, free of people, noises, and phones, anything that can get you out of your deep focus.
So, okay, yeah, for sure. So like a safe space,
right,
for you to go to and do your work.
It's it's like a
Safe space.
safe place space.
Yeah.
But it's basically like it's like a bomb shelter, but for your focus.
So what about like if someone has work through their phone or something, or like through their computer?
Well, you can do that too.
Yeah.
I mean that's the whole point of this. Like think about, okay, if you're doing this is why I hate phones. If let's say you're doing some like important work you're supposed to get done on your computer, and you get your phone right next to you. While you're doing that work, if you don't put your phone on airplane mode or something like this, which by the way, airplane mode is like my favorite feature now on my phone.
I love airplane mode.
Like I just like pop that shit on
Whenever
I want.
24/7.
Yeah, dude, seriously, like whenever I'm not actively trying, like I just like put it on airplane mode. I'm just like, screw it.
Well, actually, there's a really cool method.
All right.
There's another really cool method that you can use for your phones, and it's more iPhone. I don't know if they have it for Androids too, but you can actually have a different like tabs. You have an Android, right?
Yeah.
But you can have like do not disturb, personal, work, and sleep, and those each are different modes. And do not disturb means I only have it so one person can call me, which is my mom. And so yeah, my mom. So no one else can call me during do not disturb.
Okay.
And then I even have it so it's a different background. So I have this waterfall, this
like
water,
more
and then look,
background.
it only has a couple apps on it. I only have 4 apps, right? So when I have it on this, only those 4 apps are allowed. And I still have access to all my other ones, but it's just that. And then when I have it on the other one, you just change it really easy. You just boom, and you can do personal. Personal is the one where like all my stuff, right? So that really helps with a lot of productivity for me in particular. And so when I'm in a workflow and I don't want to have a bunch of apps and colors and stuff, I have it on my work mode, do not disturb, and it's helped my productivity a lot. So
I like that.
I do have a feeling they have something similar to that for Android. I just don't know exactly if there is. Let me know, and maybe you might find that too. But
honestly, I like that.
I think that's like an equal to me as airplane mode. I still do put my phone on airplane mode a lot of the times.
Yeah.
When I just don't want to use it, but when I have to still use it, say I'm editing a clip or something or whatever's happening, and I need my phone, or I'm using my phone. I don't need my phone. You don't need your phones. I'm using my phone, right?
Yeah.
I put it on that work, and it just helps. And I've been doing that in the last couple months, and it's just been amazing. So shout out to whoever showed me that. Much love. I forgot who you did, but thank you.
Yeah, honestly, no, but for real, like there's so many phone apps that people aren't utilizing to just like kind of stay focused, right? Because it's crazy. Like how many apps there are to just distract you, like from doing your work, like on your phone. Like I can't tell you how many times I've gone into my phone to actually do something, and I end up like checking YouTube or TikTok or something like that, and I just totally forget about what. Like the other day, I was gonna text my mom because I'm like I needed to like do something important, right?
Yeah.
And I go into my phone and I literally checked Instagram.
Yeah,
that was the first thing, and I forgot what I was gonna do
until
like a minute later, and I was like, "Oh shit!" Like, so that's crazy how it just like totally sidetracks you like that.
It
right?
can. I feel like it can. That's the part where it's a tool. You're not the tool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You need to use it as the tool, or else
it's gonna.
You got to realize, right?
All these platforms, they want your attention, but you have to know how other way around. And
it's true.
When you can do that more, it's a lot easier to maneuver through it and use it more as a tool. You know what I mean? That's why I feel like if you're making your own content, I don't really watch that much content because I'm making my own. You know what I mean? The only content I watch is to inspire me. Yeah. I'm not mindlessly watching content because that's what they want and that's how they thrive. So, and it makes sense, and that's how it kind of should be. You know?
That's how business. Well, I mean, honestly, it makes sense, and it's not like. It's not like I'm angry at them for doing their job, right? It's like, if you have a website, their job, and they sink millions of dollars, billions even, every year on hooking our attention, right? Hooking our attention. And like the YouTube creators and everything like that, like the top YouTube creators, how many millions or billions of dollars do they make every year just trying to sink you into that platform, right?
Right.
So they're really good at it. And I believe, so I have this little like, I guess, philosophy thing that I've come up with, right? Because not to flex or anything, but I've been doing jujitsu for 2 days now, for 2 whole days. So basically, this is what I developed in my mind. This is what I've been thinking about a lot.
You're like a baby, bro.
Well, you got to start somewhere, man. You got to start somewhere.
Okay,
but
go.
it's like okay, this is what I've developed in my mind. You learn how to defend yourself to protect your body, right?
Sure. Yeah.
So that's one aspect of you.
Definitely.
What do you do to protect your mind? What do you do to protect your mind against all the people that want its attention, right? Because your brain can only be so many places at once, right? You have family, you have friends, you have a job, you have whatever else is going on in your life,
right.
And then on top of that, you also have all of these websites and all of these things that are trying to get your attention, and I mean rightfully so. That's their job. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to keep you on the website.
It goes back to your senses. You have your sight, your hearing, your taste. Those all want your attention at all times, right?
Right.
It's a needy little bitch, and they want your attention at all time. And so that's it. Almost like you have to know how to navigate through your senses, know how to have a balance through your senses. When's enough watching, when's enough listening, when's enough eating. You know what I mean? Like with anything, there's a limit, balance that you should have to have a healthy lifestyle, right? And then at the same time, you need those senses, those 6 senses, right? You need them to function properly. And of course, there's some people that don't have some of them, but the majority of people, you need at least one of those, right? To be able to function some way. I bet you there's probably some extreme cases out there where people can't hear, can't see, maybe they can eat. I don't know. Mm-hmm. And if that is the case, God bless you, and I'm so happy that you are still functioning however you are. But you know what I mean? It's just like they want the attention to all those senses, right?
Yeah.
And
that's true.
You just have to know be grateful for your senses, right? I'm grateful that I can see and hear and eat. And
yeah, of course. I mean, it's
I'm so
wonderful
grateful for
thing. It's a wonderful thing to have.
And I have to understand too that people are going to take advantage of that, and so I have to create a balance and a boundary.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so.
Yeah. But
going back to productivity, how does that
to productivity? Yeah. So basically, I mean, I have one right here. Honestly, man,
let's hear it.
It's just okay. So there's this guy. I watched a TED Talk on this guy. Got to give credit where credit's due. This is one of the best TED Talks I think I've ever seen. Chris Bailey's TED Talk basically explained how to become more productive the less you use your phone.
Oh,
so here's the whole gist behind it, right?
Yeah,
so I have down here, he basically had a job, right, where he was working all the time. So he was on his computer, but before he woke up, he'd stay in bed and he'd look on his phone for like a long time before he even got out of bed, right? So he was already on his phone, scrolling through Instagram. Then he'd get up, and then he'd make breakfast. Then it was time for work. But he also had an Apple Watch, right? So the Apple Watch was going off the whole time that he was trying to get his work done. And then after work, he'd stay, on the phone, and then he'd watch TV. Basically, his whole life was like on a screen, right? So it was like his whole life. But eventually, he realized that it was like this huge problem for him, right? That he was always on a screen. So you know what he did? He did something super extreme.
Oh, gosh. What did he do?
Super extreme. He literally only used his phone for 30 minutes a day, and this is for everything.
Wow. So he managed his time to 30 minutes that he needed.
30 minutes. And this includes Google Maps. This includes calling whoever or texting whoever. This includes everything, right? 30 minutes a day. And I think, how long did he do this for? I think a week or two.
Okay.
And basically what happened to him was his base dopamine level reduced. So your base dopamine level is where you're usually at, right, dopamine-wise.
Yeah.
And dopamine is like this crack, right, that like keeps you going, keeps you motivated, makes you want to like pursue goals and stuff like that. So basically when that drops, you actually get more tolerant to boring work, and you get more tolerant to things that are necessary but like tedious, right?
100%. Yeah, your attention span.
Your attention span. That's exactly the same thing. Those are like coordinated in the exact same, right?
It defines if you can watch a 10-second podcast or a 30-minute podcast.
Yeah, 30-minute, hour, 2 hours, whatever, right? So there's a huge correlation between dopamine and your attention span. And basically what he did is he dropped it, and so his attention span was longer. So he could get more work done. He could get focused actually faster and actually get into like a flow state more easily.
Well, you know what I heard? I don't know exactly what study
you...
was. I can reference it somehow.
Go for it.
But someone said that when you are actually studying or you're focusing on something, it takes 30 minutes to get into a flow. And so, like, if you have if you're working or studying for 2 hours, you're only really working for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And then who knows if you get cut off quickly, so that you're really only working for 30 minutes and 2 hours or something. Yeah. Right. So if you eliminate those distractions immediately, like what he seemed like he did.
Yep.
You can get into that flow faster, achieve so much more. I was watching this TikTok video the other day.
All right.
Of this man.
All right. Good start. Good send out there. Right.
I was watching a TikTok video. And he was talking about how you can get an extra day in your week. And I was
intrigued.
I was intrigued. I was
intrigued?
I was like, what? Okay.
I'm intrigued.
I'll pull up a video of him. But it was just like, I'll pull up a video of him. But I was just like, how is that possible? Then he showed in the video that you get an extra day by how much hours you work in one day. So you have 7 days in a week, right? You have 7 days in a week.
Yeah.
But a lot of that time is wasted by nonsense.
Yeah.
So if you focus and you get into a zone quicker and you eliminate distractions, kind of similar to what you were talking about, you can actually get another 24 hours. And some people actually get 3 or 4 days extra.
Yeah.
And so imagine if you have an extra day in a week, you can get a lot more done just for your business. And one of the things I think he said was wake up early or something, go to bed sooner or something. I don't know. However, I'll link the video, but it was just like, whoa, that's so true. I didn't think about it like that. Get a whole nother day. I thought about it more like you got to be more productive in the moment, but I didn't realize after a while, if you're more productive in the moment, it's going to lead into hours and potentially another whole day.
Yeah, well, that's the whole thing. I mean, think about, this is how I think about it. Think about going to bed. Think about, okay, you know how people are always talking about REM sleep? REM sleep. So it's this basically, you're getting into this really deep sleep and you're getting into this kind of mode where your body like really starts to rest, and that's the important stuff.
Right.
People talk about like junk sleep.
Or even like lucid dreaming in a way too.
Yeah, sure. Lucid dreaming. Basically whatever, like REM sleep is where it gets you into that deep sleep. So that's like kind of the same. That's I kind of correlate it with the same thing as like focused like flow state, right?
Yeah.
Flow state, REM sleep. It's the same thing. Now, if you were sleeping, would you have your phone right next to you going off while you're trying to go to sleep?
Of course not. No, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You wouldn't have your phone going off right next to you while you're trying to go to sleep, because you're not going to get to sleep. You're not going to get the full rest that you need. You're going to wake up
I see that analogy,
right? You see how that goes? All right. So that's basically how I think when I work.
So your working is equivalent to your sleeping.
That's exactly right, because they're both really necessary. They're both things that need to get done for me to feel good.
Right, and I think just having do not disturb or airplane mode if you don't need your phone, or having limited access to things, right, and actually sitting down and putting the time to actually do the work, and making that time slot in your day. And also, I like the other idea of don't surround work with the day. Do the other way around. Have a bunch of activities you do, and then try to fit in work. Right, because then you're gonna enjoy work more, and depending on what you do, of course. But it's if you have the flexibility, like if you work from home or something, and you work the whole damn day, and then you barely eat and barely go out to do anything, even go for a walk, right? You're not gonna enjoy your job that much in maybe a year. Maybe you will. I don't know. It's just different cases. Me personally, right? Going back to my own opinion, I feel like if I block out my day, knowing what I'm gonna do, like I'm gonna work out, I'm gonna go walk my dog, because she needs a walk. Yeah. I'm gonna go eat with some of my friends. I'm gonna read a book, whatever, right? Then I see, okay, well now I need to work for 2 hours on this business. Where can I fit this? Can I put it here? Can I put it here? And after a while, once I figure out my day better, I'll just be plop. Okay, go right there. Yeah. And so at 2 o'clock, I'm going to work on that for an hour and a half, and then the next for 30 minutes. Right? And then I look forward to it almost because I'm like, oh, the next thing, right? You know,
Yeah.
like a schedule, right, or planning. I never really liked the whole planning idea because it just seems really tedious to write it down and figure it out the night before. For some people, I feel like that is really useful. For me, it's more better to do it like in the moment. Think of something I gotta do, or what we talked about in the last one. I do a week.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Oh
week,
yeah, you get your stuff done in a week,
yeah,
right?
so I make sure I have it for a week, and then usually I get the stuff done in 2 days and before the week, and then I'm like, oh, I have nothing to do. But I'm like, that stuff can turn into more things to do, right? 'Cause never ending, and or like even making content, you know, that never ends. So all that kind of stuff. There's different maneuvers, ways you can do it, but that's the way I found that works really well. And blocking the work in a certain schedule and knowing that I'm going to work on that moment. So I tell people, don't come around, you know, don't mess with me. I'm doing my work. Mm-hmm. Put my phone on do not disturb.
Yeah, well, pretty much. I mean, that's kind of what you have to do, right? That's the whole point of like getting into that deep zone, right? Getting into that focus mode, getting into that flow state.
And it's hard sometimes. I mean, like, there's so many distractions in this world. There's so many distractions, and luckily there's so many different people with studies that show, like, ways of going about that and moving through all the distractions, right? Do you have any other people?
Well, let me just follow that up real quick and say your attention is the biggest currency in the world. Your attention,
powerful.
I'm serious. Your attention is the thing that everyone is after.
100%.
Everyone.
Let's say that again. Your attention is the thing that everyone is after.
Seriously. I mean, everyone. Like, websites, people, just everyone, you know, advertisements. Everyone is constantly working on ways to grab your attention.
And it can either be a positive or a negative.
Yeah, and it's like you can use your attention on anything you want. That's freedom, right? You have the ability to pay attention to anything that you want. That's, you know, you have the true freedom to use that however you want. But the thing about that is when you use up enough of your attention on stuff like advertisements or YouTube videos or, I mean, you know, things like that aren't helping you, that are just, it's just like TV, you know, video games, whatever. It's just there, and it's not helping you. It's just kind of entertainment or escapism.
Yeah.
You only have so much attention. It's just like willpower. It's just like energy. You only have so much before you need to go and rest. And everyone needs it. Everyone needs your attention. I mean, the people who really need your attention, your family, your friends, you know, if you have kids or whatever, those are the people who really need your attention. But then you need to put your attention on work. And then, of course, goddamn, there's, you know, YouTube and TV and podcasts and all this stuff trying to grab at your attention.
As well, yeah.
So therefore, it's pretty much the most powerful currency in the world is attention. That's why everyone is trying to grab it. So when I go back to this, I think about how am I going to protect my body, right? With martial arts or whatever kind of thing that I need to protect myself with.
Self-defense of some sort.
Self-defense of some sort. But how am I going to protect my mind? How am I going to protect my attention? How am I going to strengthen my willpower to, you know, to view the things that I really need to view and the things that I think are just useless? Like, how am I going to be disciplined enough to actually do what I need to do in a day, you know? Because it's like you can be disciplined with martial arts and know how to defend yourself. If someone's coming up from behind you, you just like throw them over your shoulder. That's awesome, but that takes time and that takes practice, and those people didn't just start out like that. Right, and you can't just start out being super disciplined in your mind. You have to go one step at a time. Now luckily there are like a lot of things out there that actually can help you with that, and there are like shortcuts basically, or like different ways of thinking about stuff.
Sure.
But it takes time. It still takes time, and you know, don't beat yourself up because you're not super disciplined right now.
Well, that's the other thing too. Even it's hard to do something cold turkey, right? Or just like jump right into it. You have to take some sort of steps and build up to it. Otherwise,
always have to build up. You got to start somewhere.
Make your bed every morning.
Make your bed every morning. That's what we covered in the last one.
You know, build healthy habits.
Build healthy habits.
That then become lifestyle. That then become routines.
That's
right.
That
then become routines and lifestyle, right? And then you can start disciplining yourself more. And then I heard from somebody, I forgot who their name was, but they said, like, you know, you want to keep doing the hard things in life because the more you do the hard things, the more they become easier and you figure out how to figure them out. And shit, if there's anything hard, I would say an addiction is pretty fucking hard.
Yeah. Oh.
You know.
Oh yeah.
You know.
For sure.
So if you can figure out how to move through your addiction, or even just better balance yourself with it.
Yeah, it could be powerful. I mean, it's no secret that, you know, like, living outside of your comfort zone, it's like you get used to living outside of your comfort zone.
Yeah, man, that's so Jeffrey.
So.
Yeah, that reference?
No, I don't know. What's the reference?
No, it's okay.
What's the reference?
They know it.
What's the reference?
No,
they know it? Are you sure they know it? Explain.
Jeffrey never gets out of his comfort zone.
All right, cool. Moving on. But anyway, so all right, let's see what's the next one I got here. So let's see. Man, I got all my notes. Yeah. Oh, okay. So here's something interesting. So about working. So I've actually been developing this kind of I call it the block by block method, and I've actually been developing a way of getting a lot of work done in a day that actually doesn't like instantly drain you, and that's supposed to be focused on the Chris Bailey kind of style of minimizing phone and minimizing distractions and stuff like that, so that you get focused faster on the work that you need to get done.
GSD.
GSD?
Get shit done.
Get shit done. That's right.
Yeah.
This is the style that I've been... So I'm just going to explain to you real quickly. I don't want to dive too much into it, but it's basically... you plan your day out in advance, and you pick a maximum of 5 things that you write down that you need to get done in that day. Because you can't get a ton of things done. People like to just pile stuff onto their lists, and they just keep going, and then they feel bad because they haven't got everything done in it that they wanted to get done in the day, right?
Sure.
So... pick 5 things, 5 really important things, and go from most important down to least important. And pick 5 of those things and plan them out for your day. Then you do your morning routine, you do whatever you need to get done in the morning, and you start work. And what I like to do is I work in 3-hour chunks. So I do 3 hours on and I do 1 hour off.
Okay, yeah.
So you do 3 hours of work, and then the 1 hour off is not, so don't go and like watch TV or something.
The 1 hour
like
off is like a break almost?
It's a break. Yes, it's a break, but it's a refresher.
Okay, so you still want to do something moving you forward towards your goal, but less strenuous? Like
No, it's a break. It's a break.
Okay,
So what you're doing is you're doing stuff that when you go back to your work is going to leave you refreshed.
Okay, so
it's
like,
going to leave you...
Go eat something?
Like
go for a run?
Go eat something, go for a run, go exercise, hang out with your friends and family.
Walk your dog.
Walk your dog. I walk my dog all the time, man.
You have a big dog. Mine
Yeah, dude, I got a big dog.
Yeah,
he needs big walks. But, so stuff like that that's going to, like minimal phone time, like do what you have to do, like what's necessary, emergencies, or just stuff that you need to do on your phone.
Sure.
But, don't go watch TV, because that's just going to leave you drained, and it's going to leave your mind
And you
fried.
might accidentally watch too much TV and it cuts into your other time.
That too. I mean, TV is pretty addictive. Yeah.
Or you start scrolling on your phone or something.
Yeah, don't do that. No scrolling on the phone. Do active stuff that makes you feel good when you get back to your work. And so that's 3 hours on, 1 hour off, and so that's the first break. But then actually there's a second break.
Okay.
That you do.
That was the second break.
Second break is basically you're gonna work in 30-minute chunks for those 3 hours. So every 30 minutes you're gonna take a 5-minute break. And so it basically breaks it down even more for you, so it doesn't feel so like so much of a big task. So basically every 30 minutes you take a 5-minute break. But
I have reps. It's like you're doing reps.
You're doing reps of work basically, right?
Yeah, solid.
But a way to ensure that you don't lose your focus mode basically when you're in this work is don't step away from your work in this 5 minutes. This 5 minutes is purely for you to just sit there and process what you're doing. And if you need to like go grab a snack or drink some water or go to the bathroom, that's that time. Mm-hmm. But I have a rule that while I'm in this 3-hour work period, I have my phone on airplane mode the whole time.
Okay, yeah.
No distractions. Seriously, like 100% get shit done, right?
Yeah.
And then that 1 hour, it's like, okay, yeah, I'm going to go check my phone if I need to or whatever. But the 3 hours is like purely work.
Well, even if you don't need your phone, leave it in another room.
Yeah, or leave it in another room. It doesn't matter. All I have my phone for is the timer for when I know to take my 5-minute breaks. And so that really helps. So I've found, because I use this method when I do my work, when I do my research, is I've found that this really helps me because it doesn't seem like a super trivial task getting all this work done, especially if you have a lot of work to get done.
Sure. Like schoolwork or something.
Yeah, like schoolwork, studying, stuff like that.
And then you could become more efficient and have more time in your day.
Exactly.
And potentially get another day. So anyway, let's wrap this up.
That's what we're hoping for.
I was just saying that, like...
let's go for it. Let's wrap it up.
This has been really great on like productivity, wise, and creating the balance in your life that you need to get shit done.
Get shit done.
Gary V. And
Gary V. I like Gary V.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he said that. But I'll make sure though. But if not, hey yo, Gary V, you should say that. Anyway,
yeah.
This has been fun. Look out for the next podcast in a couple days, and yeah, we're just gonna keep knocking these out on all platforms. Check it out.
Definitely.
We're gonna figure out Spotify soon, so that
we're gonna keep coming at you. Oh yeah, definitely Spotify.
We'll figure out Spotify and the other podcast platforms.
Mm-hmm,
this is new for us to make podcasts, but we're gonna up our game. We're gonna keep coming.
Yeah, and if you guys have any comments, now this is important. If you guys have any comments that you think we should cover, or any questions about anything in your life that we need to cover, we are going to be answering those questions. We're going to be getting in contact with you guys, so let us know, okay? Let us know.
Just comment below, okay?
Comment below, seriously.
But yeah, just comment below. Let us know. All our socials will be in the description too. He does like motivational and like educational kind of content.
Educational.
I do like the vlogs and stuff like that. So check us out. And yeah, thank you so much. Much love, and till next time.
See you in the next one. Peace.